You've waited long enough.
How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And the Ding Dong. Ryan, 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Thursday. It's October 26th of 2023, and it's 6 o'clock on the dot with the gang. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Ahmad, who's in for Sam, who's out of town until Monday. So, y'all, I woke up this morning and I thought it was Monday. Like when the alarm was going off, I was like, oh, man, God, it's so weird. It's only Monday. I feel like, oh my God, yes, it's Thursday. It's Friday Eve. But I found myself in that position where I have not put together a Halloween costume and I actually have to use one on Saturday. So I have to be that person today.
We need to think of one for Tuesday for the show. Y'all got
whatever I do
up.
Saturday.
We all have to dress up for Tuesday?
Yes.
Halloween.
I bought a Halloween costume, so.
Okay. I got one for the weekend.
Not for the weekend, but for
You
Tuesday.
like put makeup on.
No, God, no. I did that like 10 years ago. I'll never want to do it again. It's like Zitz McGee the next day.
I like to do
No
the
way,
Joker.
Jose. I do not
Joker
want to do that.
The McDonald Joker.
Yeah, I did that like, oh my God, that was 12 years ago. And I paid the price. The next day I was like Pimple City. So never again.
Pimple City.
It really was. It's like, when I see all the heavy metal bands that wore makeup, I'm like, how did they not just have acne their entire career?
Probably did. They just had to keep wearing makeup. Yeah.
Because it makes a lot of money. I still don't have, your kids go back and forth on what they want to be. I know a big one for a lot of girls is the different eras of Taylor Swift. But my daughter wants to be a pink Jolly Rancher. And then she changed her mind to a red M&M. And then she changed her mind to like food. Like a lot of her friends are doing food.
I like that theme.
Will she have like a Jolly Rancher wrapper on her?
There's an actual outfit you can buy online.
Oh, really?
Jolly
She
Rancher.
be her
Like a
best friend
dress.
can be Twix bars. One can be the left.
One can be the right.
Oh, that's
Yes, but I don't
cute.
think they
That's
actually
cute.
sell a Twix costume. They sell all kinds of weird food, but not specific. Like, do they sell like a Reese's peanut butter cup costume?
They probably just call it like.
Looks like an R, and it's like Racy's or
Yeah, like
Ray-
they used to
Oh,
say
yeah,
something
yeah.
different.
Or
yeah.
not even call it Reese's, just call it peanut butter cup. I have to look that
Yeah.
up.
It's just like when you go to the Halloween store and it's like
Yeah.
famous
It says-
politician. They
Yeah.
won't say who
Did
it
you guys
is.
ever have those? They're like magnet things that go around your beer and says like it's supposed to say like Dr. Pepper or Mountain Dew, but it doesn't say Mountain Dew. It says like Mountain Dud.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you wrap it around your beer. It
seen
sticks
those.
to it, so cops think you having a
You're just having a soda.
when you're like in high school and stuff.
Nice.
No, I thought
Sorry,
that
it's so
was
stupid.
a
Cops
prop
can
to
still have
Halloween,
them.
you're saying.
They still do that stuff.
You can probably buy them at head shops or those shops that say they have CBD.
The disguise.
Also,
canisters.
definitely on Harwin, they actually have the fake cans of it will say Coca-Cola on it, but you unscrew the top and
Really?
you can put something else in.
Isn't
there.
that for like to hide stuff? Like,
That's more like
Yeah,
to hide.
you can't drink out of
That's
those.
yeah.
I'm sure if the Coca-Cola Foundation found out about that, they'd probably shut that down.
I don't know if
sure.
they're running up and down Harwin,
Yeah, I was
man.
about to say, I'm sure
probably
if
not.
half of those brands went down Harwin, they would have a fit.
Well, it's like if you go to someone's house, you see a fake rock or poop, but the key's under there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, true, yeah.
It's like everyone
Wow, that one rock looks so perfectly formed. Everything else just looks horrible.
we used to do that. Remember, where do you hide your
The
key?
rock key?
Where people would have all these
Yep,
crazy
people
things.
tell us where they hid their keys. By the way, they do
Now
have
you don't need
a Reese's
keys.
peanut butter cup costume. They
How
have,
much?
the mini cup. The mini cups
Oh,
look in the
yeah,
gold
uh-huh.
wrapper. They have that for kids. They have a dress for women. It's like $30, $40, depending on what company you get them from.
I'm going to go to the
This one
secondhand
just
store
says-
and see what I can find.
Yeah, but I don't think they have those kind. You think?
They're going to have something.
Yeah.
Something that I can use for Eric's bit.
Yeah, you gotta wear something.
I have a whole bunch of Halloween costumes, but I think I'm supposed to go new this time.
Nude?
New.
New, N-E-W.
Supposed to do new this time. I don't know.
I think I'm going to recycle my costume. I was Lil Nas X last year. I don't feel like going out and looking for
Buying all
something
that
new.
stuff,
I
yeah.
wanted to
Yeah,
be the
'cause you
girl
can do
from
it again.
Kill Bill.
Yeah, I thought
but-
you were gonna do that.
You want to be Uma Thurman and Kill Bill?
No,
with
I
the-
want to be Gogo Yabari, the girl with like the big ball and chain that was like
Yeah.
whooping
Oh, and
her
she's got like the
behind.
little schoolgirl outfit.
Yes, I was going to kill that, but I didn't feel like buying that from online.
I
wanted
say
to-
go Lil Nas X again. Why not? You
Yeah.
already have the prop.
Exactly.
You can't go to the same party, though. 'cause
got one
No,
year
I
left.
went to straight parties last year. This year I'm going to gay parties. It's going to be a bigger hit.
Well, also, and you
Yeah,
can
well.
recycle a good one in more than 1 year. I've been to parties before where I saw somebody 2 years ago they used it. I don't. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Just have fun.
I mean, because that's the hardest part of it is like I gotta spend money on something. I'm gonna wear this one night and maybe never again.
remember Ryan's one of his best buddies.
I knew you were waiting to say that.
Warren.
Warren was the Viking for
14
12,
years.
12 to 14 years. I think.
From 2003 to, I bet we'll see it now. It might be a little more snug on him. I don't know.
No, he's in great shape.
Is he? I
He
don't
wears
know.
like a
I mean, yeah,
Viking
yeah, he's
helmet.
in- he's
and
in
what
great-
is it-
I haven't
what's the
seen him in
actual
10 years.
clothes?
I know he's a really good friend of mine, but he had the Viking costume. I guess he spent a lot of money on it, so he's gotten his use out of it like every single year.
Yeah, why not?
Although he was a doctor last time I saw him.
Oh, he was.
That's a great costume too. You just get a lab coat, put on a suit, you're good
Stretchy
to
pants,
go.
or you get the
Stethoscope.
scrubs. Yeah, those are costumes I always go for with the stretchy pants.
Go for comfort.
Comfort.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be, is it cold on Saturday? It's only cold on Halloween.
It's supposed to be
I have
rainy
double
this
check.
weekend. So what they're saying is there is a high chance of precipitation.
Precipitation.
And you know the good news is because we've had such a drought this summer, they say the early projections for our winter this year, it said that it's supposed to rain a lot this winter. Like there's a 55% chance of above average precipitation.
Well, it didn't
during
rain
our
at
winter.
all this summer, so you
Like
got to get it.
at
At
Oh, the
some point.
retention pond that I walk around every single day, it's almost completely empty right now. Like the drought, you can see how bad it's been.
I don't want rain in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And it makes it depressing.
Wet and cold.
Sometimes I like that because then you want to turn the fireplace on and just stay home and be snug.
Did you guys hear that there's going to be a new area code in Houston?
Yeah. so
Another
that's-
one?
621 will
I
be the
know.
new area code.
It's
They
weird.
said
621 newbies.
I'm a 621. They said that they were going to run out of phone numbers by the end of 2025, so they have to add a new one. Now the oldest phone area code is 713. I'm a 713 baby. I'm original.
I'm still
OG.
I'm still a 972.
You still have a Dallas number.
You haven't lived there in 20 years.
I never changed it.
It's been 21 years since you've lived there, and you still got the Dallas area code.
I was kept it because my son knew the number.
Yeah, but now he doesn't know the number and he hasn't lived there in 12 years.
I'm just lazy.
The last time we got a new area code was back in 2013, and that was the 346 area code.
I forget about
It's
that
been
one.
10 years.
I was thinking 281 and 713.
713. 832.
832.
281.
621 sounds so like, yeah. I
It
don't
does
know.
not- yeah, 832 when that came out, I was like, oh man, an 832. That's
Yeah.
a weird
Why not
one.
123? Something cool.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to have that.
Or 666.
Let me ask Siri real quick. Is there?
I don't think anyone starts with a 1.
No, I don't think. I think you're right.
No.
Let's find out real quick.
So that's usually for zip codes.
Is there a
on the
1, 2,
East
3
Coast?
area code?
Those start with ones.
Yeah, my dad's is 19808.
No, there is not an area code in the United States of 123.
And I mean, there's zip codes that start with 0 as well. The further up you get
Oh yeah,
in Massachusetts, New Hampshire,
Really?
like the first settled places.
yeah, way,
001.
way up in the Northeast.
We were first.
Are you ever surprised when you see an area
001.
code? Like, I know 212 is like New York City,
And 917.
and then I'll see if somebody calling from that number, and I'm expecting, yo, hey, what you doing, Vinny? And then it's not.
Well, they have to, how many air codes they have?
That was a
Oh,
fair.
dear.
down.
Oh,
Wow,
my
that was a
God.
little loud.
Ooh.
That
They
was a
have to have
loud scolding,
We
Kevin.
have, sorry.
Well, they must have a lot because
We have like
remember
5 or 6. They have to have at least
Oh, they
12.
have to have a
but
lot.
they also have boroughs. Those
You got
5
12 million
boroughs.
people living on a little island.
So you go.
Was that a whole Sex of the
barrows.
City?
Yeah, she's like, I can't be a 917.
She lost her number or something. And
I'm a 212. I cannot be a 917 person. It's like, oh, here's my number. It's a 917. I go, oh, 917.
newbie.
Yeah, or like it's like a dating repellent. If
Yeah,
you're a
Is it a
917, not
prestige thing about
212.
having the different area code? Do people really care about that?
Hey man, I know where you're from. If you have 713, 281. Now I got used to 346, but this new one is going to take me a while. I'll be like, wait, where are you from? Oh yeah, you're from here.
621.
A lot of times you don't even know it.
I don't know anybody's phone number. I just
Yes,
put,
but-
once it's programmed into my speed dial, I never.
I just say text it or shoot it over to me, and I'll just put it in right
I think
away.
I
Contact.
finally memorized my daughter's phone number after 10 years, but yeah, I'm terrible at numbers.
You don't know your kid's number?
Well, I do now, but it took me like about a decade to
I'm just saying, when
drill
she
it
was
into my
young
head.
is when I would have known it for
Yeah,
sure.
I just
versus,
hit the button on my phone.
I don't know my kids. I just put they're my favorites.
Yes, but
Our
you need to
neighbor.
know their number.
Do you know their
They're
number,
young.
Eric, off the top of your head?
I don't even know what the area
Yeah.
code is.
Oh, man.
Here, look.
What are the
Maybe-
odds that
maybe I'm
they're
the
going to lose their
anomaly
phone and
then.
I'm going to lose my phone?
No, what if for some reason you lost your
They're
phone?
281s. All right.
Or you need to find your kid in an emergency situation. Somebody says, what's their phone number? Let's call them. You're like, I don't know what their phone number is.
Well, then it's really simple. If I lose my phone, you go to the store, everything's on the cloud.
I'm talking about in
instantly.
emergencies.
Yeah.
In an emergency situation, if a cop said to you, what's your kid's phone number? You're like, I don't know what my kid's phone number is. You don't have time to call Verizon and be
that.
like, hi, can you show
Did we
me?
put that thing in our emergency?
Or go into your Verizon app and find all the
Did
numbers.
we do something? You taught us that on our phones. If
Ice.
Ice.
Yeah, ice.
You put ice is in case of emergency, Ahmad.
On the home
okay.
screen?
Like not your home screen, just like if
Someone can find your
something
phone.
happens to you and they found your phone, like this happened in the Nutcracker Market. Speaking of the year, the biggest, what's the expensive phone? God, I keep hitting this stool.
What's that?
Sorry,
Her foot is numb. You can't feel
there's a
it.
stool under the thing that's in the way. Anyway, there was I guess this was when the iPhone 12 first came out.
Which is only about
was
2
one
years
of these
ago.
crazy expensive phones. I was in one of the many women's restrooms of the Nutcracker Market because most of the men's that get flipped into women's. And there was a brand new iPhone just sitting right there on top of the towel dispenser. And I was like, oh my God, someone's going to freak out. So I swiped down because it was locked. And on the swipe down, it has medical ID.
Try
And
mine.
you put your in
How do you
case
do it?
of
see
emergency
if I
person,
did it.
or even in your contacts, like you put ice,
Nope.
and that's in case of emergency.
Mine says booster ice when it calls.
Yeah, same with mine. It
Mine
says
just
the
brings
test
down
is-
that screen with all the
Why can't I
options
get
where,
this to
you
do
know,
it?
It's not working.
change it to night vision.
But if you hit the emergency button,
Oh, yeah.
oh, here they
here it
go.
is. Oh, yeah, yeah.
You have to
hit
swipe
the emergency
down or-
button, you hit medical ID. That's where it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so let's see. If, emergency
have
contact,
someone?
there's your wife
Cool.
with the number. And the person on this phone didn't have a name to the medical contact number. So I just, I call it and it's this person's loved one. And they're like, hey, I go, hi. This is not the person you think it is. I found this phone in a bathroom. I'm at the Nutcracker Market, and I don't know if you can contact that person. Maybe they're with somebody else that has a phone. Tell them, hey, they forgot their bathroom.
That was
They
her
forgot the
husband.
bathroom.
She's like, wait. She said she was in Dallas. What is she doing
Yeah.
there?
Nah, it was,
She know me?
it was the grandmother. Like the grandmother and the wife were together at Nutcracker Market, and the husband, like I guess whoever, he calls his wife and says, "Hey, somebody just found mom's phone in the bathroom. It's that information."
Would that terrify you though? It's like, are you related to so and so? Because you're thinking, oh my God, somebody's dead. Like that's where my first thought would be.
No,
like,
that's not my
is
first thought. My first thought is
somebody's
somebody knew a
calling like that?
name. I'm like, I'm not saying yes or no because you're recording my voice for AI. You're gonna try and like spin me off, and I'll just be like,
That's true.
because I
I'm
don't
like,
trust anybody.
I think I'm like shell shocked because
You
that's
have a lot
how.
of first thoughts when people call you, don't
Well,
you?
you know what?
It's a New Yorker, and then you think they're gonna
it's
kill you or
experience
die.
because the night I got the call that my dad had died, it was a phone number I didn't recognize. And like, is this Ryan? Is this Ryan? I'm like, oh my god, what is it? It's like, I think your father's dead. So
Which is
that's
always
just
a great message.
Really,
It's like, thanks. You think.
I think.
It's like you should.
yeah. I was like, what? It was
It's
like,
like when your girlfriend called me
Yeah.
after your accident.
skydiving accident.
She didn't leave with "you're okay."
She just said that I've been in a terrible accident.
He fell off of the plane and the parachute, and just I'm like,
Oh,
what? Is he all right?
Is he dead?
Well, they life flighted him. I'm like, could you lead with that? Like,
Yeah.
Ryan's okay. But here's what happened, because all I heard was the first 30 seconds, and
Well,
nobody
it's nice
believed.
to know you care.
And nobody
Thank you.
believed me. I called everyone and was like, no, yes, I'm joking.
Why did
I
you
know.
joke about
I
me
know.
being
How many
possibly
of us-
dead?
I said that. How
You
many people
are
said that?
balls.
I was like, yeah, okay.
yeah, right.
I go,
you're
this is the
kidding.
worst prank call ever,
I was like,
guys.
you're
I don't
kidding.
do
Yeah,
prank
good
calls.
job.
Doing a voice like Richard
Wow,
Hunt.
I'm touched that you cared.
No, I was like,
Thank you.
Are you
So I
supposed
told
to
him,
say?
like, lead with the.
I
lead
have
with
some
he's okay.
shocking information.
Yeah.
I have some shocking information. But see, I think if you yourself are in shock, you wouldn't say that.
But see, my
Believe
mom
it
does
or
that
not,
too.
Ryan fell out of a plane.
My mom will call me and she'll be like, Ryan, I have something to tell you. Well, I got up this morning and I rolled out of bed and I put on my shoes and I'm like, Mom, just tell me what
When
it
they
is.
say good news, bad news, like this guy's putting some stuff up in my TV room, and he's like, "Well, I got some good news and bad news." I'm like, "All right, what's
the bad?
Bad news is they didn't bring enough of the product, so it won't be here for another week and a half." I'm like, "Well, what the hell's the good news then? Is this because you have the rest of it?"
It's going to be free.
He's like,
After you left, I'm like, "Honey, he didn't
the
really
good
have it."
news is my wife packed me a meatball sub
Yeah.
I've been hoping for all week.
There's no good news. Now I got his crap sitting in my movie room because I got to wait a week and a half for him to get the other two things. Like,
That's a first
I'm
world
like, I don't
problem.
think- I'm like, I don't think there's any good news with that.
Yeah, good times. All right, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, movie and TV sets that you can actually sleep in on Airbnb. There's if you're a big
Wait,
fan of the
sleep
show.
in the TV set?
Yeah, you can book TV
no.
sets, not the TV set. I get it.
That's what you said. Like, well, I'm
Movie and
on my
set.
TV.
Sets from television and movies that you can
Oh,
book for
okay.
Airbnb.
I got you.
Like real life place.
Yeah,
oh,
like
like
the-
if I wanted to sleep in the friend's apartment or something.
Sure, things like that.
Oh, okay.
And there's a lot of them. It's not just like one or two.
He said a TV set. I'm like, how am I going to fit in a flat screen?
Movies and TV sets.
Maybe old school one.
Here's your official weather for today.
It is going to be cloudy. It looks like a high below 80. Can you believe that? Looks like only 78 for your high.
Nice.
Right now, 76 degrees and 6:13 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
From Hollywood to H-Town.
Roula and Ryan. Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
On KRVE.
It's brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. 7 o'clock this morning is your first chance of the day to score tickets to the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market. We're giving you a special keyword that you need to text back to us. If you're the 104th texter, we're going to call you back and give you the 4 tickets to the Nutcracker Market. And then that makes you a finalist for your chance to win VIP tickets, which is for that fun little fancy party on Wednesday. Free food, free drink, free
That's
ballet.
the hottest ticket in
Go
town.
shopping.
Without a doubt.
And $1,000 to spend.
So much fun.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun. November 9 through 12 at NRG Center is where the Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market takes place. And even if you just want to know what is it about, but I don't really want to shop for a lot of things. Maybe you don't have like when I was in my first apartment, it was 620 square feet. There wasn't a lot of Christmas I was putting in there, but I would have gone to the Nutcracker Market just to see all the things.
I never heard of it until like 12 years ago or something.
Oh no, I'm born and raised in
never
Houston.
went.
I've known about it since high school, but I didn't understand what it was. I remember a girl in my class was leaving school early because she said, my mom's taking me to the Nutcracker Market. I remember hearing her say that. I thought, wow, that's weird. They have a whole market full of nutcrackers.
Yeah. Or it's
I'm
that
like, man,
play.
how much do you love those?
Yeah.
A play or is it a ballet?
It's
or
a ballet.
something?
It's a ballet.
Yeah.
Houston Ballet Nutcracker. So it's really a fantastic event for all things holiday, all things hosting, all things gift giving. So that's going to take place November 9, 7 o'clock this
Now,
morning.
I wanna hear-
10 o'clock this morning, 2 o'clock this afternoon, and 5 o'clock this afternoon. You get keywords to win tickets.
I want to
Here we
hear
go.
about this, before we played the song, you teased it, how you can stay inside a TV set.
A TV set. A set from a TV. Because people don't really call them TV sets anymore, do
I'm
they?
such a dummy. Yeah, we call it your flat screen. But when you said that, I was like, you can stay inside a television
TV set.
Like, where?
Well, if you watch Stranger Things and you thought, yeah, I really want to sleep there. The
Nope.
Byers
Oh, in
house.
Hawkins?
I want to stay
No,
away from that
thanks.
city.
The Byers house from season 4 of Stranger Things is located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is on Airbnb to stay there for $332 a night. That's pretty cheap.
Which all it is
But I don't know
the-
what the actual house looks like
The
inside.
exteriors were filmed there, but the interiors are on a soundstage. So it's not going to look like it on the inside.
Eric, for you and your big baller lifestyle, you like that show Succession.
Oh, I love it.
And you got the funds to do it. You can go rent the Tuscan Villa from Succession.
Ooh.
Is located in Italy, and it was rented by the Roy family for Logan's wedding. It's merely
yeah?
$7,000 a night.
Oh, is that all? $7,000 a night?
Maybe
$7,000 a night.
maybe a week or 10 days or something. A night?
A night.
A night. Well, I mean, I guess if you got 70 friends together.
I would have to stay up all night.
Yeah, you want to savor every second.
You don't wanna
You
sleep,
don't want to
right?
sleep through that.
Exactly.
I like to sleep
missing
in,
it.
so yeah.
Recreate the scenes.
How about from Avengers Endgame, Tony Stark's lakeside cabin?
Oh,
It is on
cabin.
a-
I want
Oh,
that.
I want his house in Malibu. That's
This,
the one.
This
you
is
know.
just the cabin that is available for Airbnb. It is on a 2,000-acre equestrian estate in
Whoa.
Fairburn, Georgia.
Yeah.
2,000-acre estate, and it's only $929 a night versus the $7,000 we talked about.
I wonder if they have like his little arc reactor. You know that thing in the middle of his chest?
Did you get that?
Floating in the lake.
Maybe
All these
for
things are
a-
cool. Our
effect.
friend Cliff and Lori, they told me about a website called bucketlist.travels.com.
Bucket list travels.
yeah.
Because
Let's
they
hear this.
on their bucket list, they wanted to see the Macy's parade,
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving parade.
Yeah.
So they were going and they set it all up for them. And like the night before, they got to go see them pump up the
The floats.
yeah.
floats and things.
They inflate 'em.
And then they have this restaurant they go to that has no obstructive view.
Oh,
They're
cool.
right there, so the people, the parade goes right in front of there. So you have breakfast, mimosas,
Huh.
all this stuff.
Wow.
That sounds cool.
And then I started looking. If you go to this website, you could do.
And what's the website called?
Bucket list travels.
Bucket list travels. See,
I
I
haven't
think
done a
it's
lot of investigating, but you type in anything you want to do around the world,
Well,
and
that's
they'll.
the question is, Eric, how much does it cost?
But that one, I don't
Is
know.
the- is
It
the
was- that one
service
wasn't cheap.
free?
I think they're going for like 5-6 days or something. And I think it was like $6,000 or something.
But you don't have to pay for a membership on this website or anything.
no, I
No,
don't think so.
I want it
But
right
they
now.
have
You
like,
just look at it.
like they must have a smart. They have people that know how to put stuff together. Like if you want to go to Greece, they have a certain
Yep.
thing.
Wow.
Yep.
It's almost like a travel agent.
Basically, but it's just like bucket list items. So you want to, anything you've ever thought about, you probably type it in there and they might have it.
That's a great idea.
I'm not
You
saying
know,
it's cheap.
No,
I
yeah,
don't know,
probably not
but
gonna be
it's
cheap.
No, but
if
I
you're
mean,
planning on a
if you've
bucket
been
list.
saving up for a big trip and this is something that you've wanted to do your whole life, like for
Bucket
me,
list.
I would always want to. I don't care about meeting celebrities, but I love seeing where they filmed
And die.
things. Oh, I
you
know.
don't
Yeah,
see
you give me a lot of grief because I visited. I was in Los Angeles
Don't say
last
you don't
weekend.
care about celebrities. If you care that much about them when they're dead, you must.
Well, I mean, I just think it's fascinating. These are people that I. Well, I mean, if it's somebody that I really like admired growing up, like I was
You'd like to
raised
meet
by
him,
the
though. It'd be
television. Yeah, we loved that show on HGTV when they renovated the Brady Bunch house to make it look like the original 60s or 70s
You say
sitcom.
we, you're not
My
speaking
daughter
of
and
us,
I.
the Roula and Ryan show.
No. My daughter and I, we watched that. The Property Brothers restored it with some other HG stars. So when I was in Los Angeles last weekend, we actually drove there to check it out because now it's been sold. And we walked around the side, and I said, I want to peek in the backyard, see if it really looks like it. And it does.
And then
It
you
still
got
looks the same.
shot by the security guard.
Yeah, be careful.
It's scary.
I guess not Texas.
It's not like I'm the first person that ever thought to do that.
But that,
Well, I asked little Bull to go in the back fence.
No, I
and try
didn't.
to
I
get in
just
there.
peeked around the side. That's all.
Other houses or movie homes or places that you could rent if you love The Bachelor and you want to stay in that mansion. It is in Malibu and it's only $30,000 a night.
oh,
What?
the heck? That'd be good if you're having like a big party,
insane.
like for charity, like some
Like if you're doing a
a
charity
gala
ball
or something.
Yeah.
and you
Well, you
want
have this, Rose. If you like The Real Housewives, this one in particular focuses on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the Lake Tahoe mansion, rented by Lisa Rinna and the group for vacation in season 11. You can stay there for a mere $9,000 a night.
Oh, is that all?
Cheapest one on here is from the show Girls. It is in Tokyo, Japan. The travel is a bit more expensive than the actual place because the actual place is only $142 a night for Shoshana's Tokyo Loft in Girls. If you want to stay stateside, you can go to the Swan House from the Twilight series. Bella and her dad Charlie's house, located in St. Helens, Oregon, is only $400 a night.
What about the vampire's house?
Yeah, that one's way cooler.
The Cullen house is way expensive and it's not on the Airbnb list.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that house. I mean, I guess that's the way to go. In the Twilight series, the vampires are crazy loaded rich. I mean, that's
you're
a cool
poor,
little
are you gonna
twist
live
because what if
forever?
they're
And you're
poor
like-
vampires and they can't die.
that would suck.
And they're like, oh man, we're living in
I'm a
squalor for
garbage-
700
I'm just
years.
doing garbage. I'm just doing construction work. I'm just working my butt off for 500 years.
Yeah,
would
500
suck.
years.
That would suck.
Because I'm not smart enough to be a doctor. I don't care if I could live to be 1,000. I'm still not going to be able to pick that up.
And you can't, if you're going to live to be 1,000, let's just say you could live to be 1,000, but the last, like every century of it, you just get worse and worse. If you are a surgeon, you cannot practice anymore.
And for 100
So you
years,
have no
can
money. You will have no money
Yeah, good
because
point.
your hands are your tools.
That is true.
Now, if you guys could stay anywhere, is there any TV show or movie or something where you'd be like, yeah, I'd like to stay there? Can you think of something, a place you'd like to be at?
Oh, yeah, heck yeah. I want to have Captain Picard's ready room and his cabin on the Enterprise.
Really? You don't feel? Oh, you won't feel claustrophobic. You're
You don't want the bridge. You'd rather just have his little office.
Well, I mean, you said someone's room. I thought you meant like someone's.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's not really his house.
I like to see
That's all he has.
castles. Like I've never seen like go.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I've done
Castle's
castle. I've done the
freaking me out.
castle tour.
Even like watching just my whole life watching movies, and I'm like, oh, just to go to a real castle.
You
and
gotta
see
do that. How dark
where
it
the
is and
bathrooms
the
are, like how
noises.
the torture rooms and all
It's-
the dungeons.
they're cold.
Oh gosh, I know. I'm getting the chills now just thinking about it. There's dumb shows that I don't
Like the
think enough people
staircases,
know
are they
that.
really small because they're like Ryan's house? Is it like you can't-
They are.
The steps are too tiny.
Have you ever
Fall
seen
down.
some of my family photos when we did that trip to Munich, where it's outside of Munich? Neustein? I can't say the name of the castle. It's like one of the most famous castles in the world. So it's unbelievable because it's like 90%. Like the guy died before they finished it. The
you didn't
exterior's
see
done,
it.
but it's 90% unfurnished. But the stuff that is furnished, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
I found the stairwells to be pretty big in the ones that I saw in Ireland. They were majestic.
but if you're going up like a turret,
Majestic.
you know, like one of those like the pointy
Yeah.
little steeples,
Much tighter.
I've been to White Castle.
that's a little bit
I
different.
can afford that.
Getting there.
Get those little square hamburgers.
You know that your secret little, I mean, your website defines some secret things like people don't know bucket list travels you just mentioned.com. I would like any 6 o'clockers that, you know, I feel like Texas is Florida. I mean, is Colorado in the spring and the winter. I hear a lot of Houstonians are in Colorado spring and winter. So I wonder if any 6 o'clockers have Colorado experience that could kick us like, I'm looking to go to Colorado at wintertime. And I wonder if there's like a website like what you said
Oh, yeah,
that
like
maybe
that.
I don't know about. I could find somewhere to stay.
He's got to be like Colorado Travels.
Well, that sounds. I can look that up, but it sounds too easy. You know,
Yeah.
how some people who
Yeah.
really. There are Houstonians that go to Colorado all the time. There are a lot of Houstonians who own homes in Colorado because that's where they want to escape to from the heat.
Yeah, is there
And all
like
that stuff.
I tell you, like I only want to Airbnb my place to Texans. You know,
Right.
like somebody.
No,
like,
yeah,
Anybody want to Airbnb me their place
that
in
type
Vail?
of that type of thing.
It's absolutely beautiful there.
37530 if you do, because I really am looking to see if that's
never been
something
to
we
Vail.
can do. I went one time, and it was nice, but I don't know my way around, and it was only for a couple days. I want to take the kids for snow, but I think it's
chapstick and stuff, right? Get your lips all dry.
Yeah, or like oxygen. You got to suck oxygen.
For sure. I dealt with
Just being in
altitude.
Park City, and that was like half as high up, and I didn't like it.
When you get 16,000 feet up there, the air's a little thin.
Okay.
Especially down here, we're so used to being
We're on sea level, so it's a big adjustment. Now, coming up next, we're going to check the listener line. Got some really
I haven't done that in a while.
interesting calls. Run the range. I mean, Ahmad, there's a couple calls in here I think that you'll definitely be able to relate to.
Okay.
It has to do with Burger King. I'm on.
Yeah.
You gotta give him.
What does that mean?
Is Ahmad relating to it because he's male?
So if you're listening to radio,
Because
if you're
he's in his
Ahmad,
20s.
All right, I'll narrow it down.
It has this segment, but no one else will give a crap.
It has to do with where you're from.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, are they roasting me?
No.
Because I said
Louisiana.
Because you know how to pronounce those Louisiana cities.
Chick-fil-A.
You embarrassed your state.
Okay, we'll get to those
Okay,
phone calls
buddy.
next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to check in with Roula and Ryan's listener line.
You have 912 messages.
Ew. Screw you, clown.
You are a know-it-all, know-nothing.
Really? Really?
101
All right,
the
that
listener
number
line?
is 713-278-VENT. I believe it was last week when we were doing, believe it or not, the paranormal, when we were talking about
Well,
Louisiana.
every Friday of this month of October has been Bring Us the Spooky Stories
Tomorrow?
for Believe It or Not.
Tomorrow's the last one.
That's right.
Mm.
You have
yeah.
a story of the paranormal, of seeing spirits, of something weird.
Do you remember talking to a
happening.
lady from Louisiana, and she talked about when the clock stopped?
Yeah, she had that. Her family gave her a clock
Oh, grandmother clock. And it stopped ticking when her grandmother died.
at the exact
Like
same
that
time.
exact same moment.
All right, so let's see if you know this little Louisiana tidbit, Ahmad, since
Okay.
you're from there.
Okay.
Hey, Roula and Ryan, this is Ryan. I'm actually from Louisiana, and the lady that said the grandmother had a clock and it stopped, and she would pray over somebody and heal them. They actually call it traiteuse. It's a French name. It's kind of in a form of, in conjunction with a witch. There's a lot in Louisiana that they have a lot of traiteurs. They inherited that from generations before. So they are called a traiteur, and they do have a lot of them.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah, so I know there's a lot of superstitions around witches in Louisiana, especially the big one around my family is that if you open an umbrella inside, a witch is going to ride your back.
What?
So she'll be like
for life or just for that moment?
for life. So she'll be
What?
attached to you, and you'll look in the mirror and you'll see like a flash of a witch, and like bad things will start happening
gosh.
to you.
Oh.
Or even if you don't do the thing where you throw the salt over your shoulder, like that's another
I think that was
one.
from Friday. Remember we were
Why do
talking
you throw
about
the salt over your shoulder
spill it.
again? Oh, if you spill it, you throw it over your
yeah.
shoulder.
Remember on Friday we talked about like Urban
Superstitions?
came on and was talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
in El Salvador they had a certain
Oh, God, hold on. Let me look. It's
thing would,
it has it sounds like a wah sound in it.
I forget the name of it.
The wah.
It was like what
Hold
we
on a
went like what
second.
your culture.
We were
has
talking
a
about every
boogeyman
culture
stories.
has some kind of what is it called? Like superstition or like a mythical figure or somebody who's bad luck. Like every culture has something.
His country was like a woman really pretty
Yes.
in the woods
Yeah.
or something. And when
And
you're drunk,
the drunk man, she takes them
and he
So like a
sees
regional
them, and then she
superstition.
turns into a monster and just
Oh, wow.
Oh, my.
While you're looking for that one, I'm going to give you another Louisiana call because you were not able to pronounce something.
Okay, here we go. Let's go.
I spent a semester in grad school up in northern Louisiana, and I think that Ouachita city is pronounced Washita. So it's pretty weird. I don't think anyone would ever guess that, but they pronounced it Washita. Have a good day.
Washita.
like Washitaria.
Washitaria.
Okay, believe it or not, it was called the. Hold on, I'm looking at. I thought I could.
He said it so fast. I'm like I didn't know what it was.
On Friday's show, I thought I
Shiwanababa?
wrote that down.
She want to what?
Is it the see? Does it look like a horse, kind of?
No, he said it's a lady in the woods.
And then she
When a
turns into
drunk
a
man would
monster.
come out, she would turn into this monster and take them.
I
and
would
kill
text
them.
him, but I don't think he's up.
Walks out,
I don't
walks
think
out,
he's up. I don't think
something
he's
like
up.
that. He'll tell us later.
All right, let's move on to one. I like educational ones where somebody brings something to our attention, and I think this gentleman's got a very good point.
Good morning, Roula and Ryan. My name is Alex. I have a big problem with the phrase people of color. Now, I am black, but the concept of people of color elicits the emotion of there are the white people and everybody else. My question is white not a color? Why has the phrase people of color become commonplace when we are looking at everybody being the same? Why should there be people of color, especially when it's coming from a Caucasian person? It's almost like saying, well, there's us white people and there's everybody else. Am I being overly sensitive? I honestly don't care about some of these things, but this particular one bothers me. Hope you guys can help me. Have a great day, great show, and talk to you soon.
I love that call.
Also,
his
I
accent
don't
is
think
great.
he's being overly sensitive at all.
No, I think, is it because like you have a canvas that is white, and then once you add color to it?
That's a good point.
And
I don't
would
know.
Roula be people of no color?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Because
Translucent or whatever.
because that's actually a good question, Kev. Because having a Greek background, that is my ethnicity. But what is my race? My race, it classify me as a Caucasian, but I am a Greek American. I don't know. People look at me, they think I'm
We
old.
got a name for, I guess I missed that day when Irvin was talking about the lady in the woods.
Yeah.
Was it Siguabana?
Yeah, Sigua.
Sigua
that's what I
Nava.
said.
Sigua Nava, I think that's what it is.
Sigua
I thought it
Nava.
said Bana.
Sigua Nava.
Sigua Nava.
I knew there was a
Sigua
Y in it.
Nava.
There was a Y in it. I knew that for sure.
There's also La Llorona.
Yeah, La Llorona.
but he definitely said the Sigua I think is the
that's what
one.
it was.
A lady that's going to take you. She's a hot looking lady.
Yeah.
And the drunk guy's like, I'm going to go chase her into the
Just
woods.
telling those
And then she kills
guys to
him.
beware, don't be drunk and cheat on your wives.
I think that's just what they told men to do that so they don't go stepping out on their wives and staying in bars
that's
late.
a good one.
What was that song, Man Eater?
He's a man eater.
Who sings that song?
All of
It's an
those.
80s song.
It's in that new movie, No Hard Feelings on Netflix.
Oh, is that with Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched like half of that yesterday. I stopped watching after the beach fight.
Oh, when she got naked?
Because I had to, watch that. There's a very all naked scene because she's skinny dipping in the ocean and someone tries to steal her clothes. So I thought she's going to wear a nude suit probably to go attack them. No, she is not wearing a nude suit at all.
What's this movie called?
She's just nude.
I'll give her credit, man. She went all.
Yeah, No Hard
What is
Feelings.
it? No hard feelings.
No hard
It's really
feelings.
good.
And
The
she
number one
just
movie.
goes after these people who are trying to steal her clothes while she's skinny dipping.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's not the
Yeah.
greatest movie, but it's not bad. I mean,
It's fun to watch. It's
Matthew
better than
Broderick's in
most
it, Jennifer
crap
Lawrence.
They throw on streaming.
Yeah, it's interesting. She's like a 32-year-old woman dating like a 20-year-old or something.
no, he's supposed to be in high school.
Is he high
supposed to be in
school?
high
He's
school?
going to college. He's going to college.
He's like 18,
Oh, that's right, he's
about to
18.
go to college. Yeah.
So how old are you like right now? Well, I'm 29. Okay, so right now you're 29?
They're
Well,
making her-
last year.
they're making her, like, really
So
old.
you're 30.
Oh my God, that's
well,
hilarious.
yes, I'm 32.
One more time, the title of the movie?
No Hard Feelings.
No
No
hard
hard
feelings,
feelings.
yeah.
Okay.
ARBE with what's going down in H-Town.
All right, it is brought to you by Duncan. This is not Houston news, but this is national news. There is a massive manhunt underway in Maine after yet another mass shooting. This one has spanned two different locations. Last night, it left at least 22 people dead, 30 people wounded. The death toll is staggering for the state of Maine,
At a bowling alley.
being that it was recorded only 29 homicides for the entire year of 2022.
Wow.
Lewiston Police Department identified 40-year-old Robert R. Card as a person of interest. Now, Card is a firearms instructor and has military experience. He is still on the run. That's some scary
So
stuff.
he walked
still out
into
there.
a local bowling alley
Yeah.
and just opened fire. And
Yeah.
hit a lot of people.
Awful.
Yeah,
Terrible.
it really is. Meanwhile, in Houston, the Houston Women's Shelter is asking the Supreme Court to take guns away from domestic abusers. Last year, 179 Texas women were killed by their partners. 3/4 of them were killed by gun. Now, since 2011, there has been an 82% increase in domestic abuse homicides in Texas by firearms. Now, the case is set for arguments November 7th. It stands to have profound effects on gun control nationwide and could determine whether people accused of domestic violence must surrender their firearms. I think if you've been convicted of domestic violence, why would you allow somebody that has committed a crime have a weapon that can go back and kill the person, finish the job?
Yeah, I'm all for it.
But that is going to be going to court. Now, yesterday, big news. Dusty Baker has announced his retirement. The 74-year-old baseball legend has managed his final game.
Well, it's funny because he came out of retirement 4 years ago to manage our
He's got to
Astros.
go down as
Going back in.
probably the greatest coach for Astros, right? I mean, if you look what he did.
Mm-hmm.
His first year, we went to
2 World
Game
Series?
7 against the Tampa Bay Rays in the ALCS, and that was the year we really
COVID
didn't have
year.
any major.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't have any major pitchers.
Plus-
I remember we were like, oh man, we don't have enough
He gave us
pitchers to
some
make
res-
it.
You know, he took, he
He
helped
brought respect in the scandal.
respect, and
After post scandal.
that was a mess. Remember that?
He took over
It
the
was.
Astros after AJ Hinch was fired for the reveal.
2 World
of the-
Series, won one, came close a few days ago to getting back. So I say thank you Thank you for your service.
Now they're talking
please
about
leave.
now, please leave. But they're talking about promoting from within. The name that they're floating around right now is the bench coach, Joe Espada. His name keeps
he deserves it, but if
heating up.
It all depends if the GM wants him. The GM might want to hire like his own guy. You know.
Well, my
like
thing is, if you guys have a
Espada's
good
the one
thing
that
going,
recommended, I think, Dusty Baker.
and the chemistry is going, and the whole team can do it again next year. You know, they're built to win again
Yeah,
next
but the GM
year.
didn't have any power. Like he told Dusty, hey, put like Diaz in more, and he wouldn't do it. So Dana Brown's going to be like, I want somebody that's a yes man.
Oh, that's what you're
Well,
suspecting?
you don't know if this guy's not going to be that. No, I'm not saying only a yes man, but like actually be open to the suggestion. The suggestion. Please
depends what
put
they told
Diaz in.
Finally, we talked about this when we opened the show. Houston is getting a new area code. The new number is going to be the 621 area code because they determined that we would run out of new phone numbers by the end of 2025. So we're getting this new area code 621.
Imagine
Houston.
what area codes, Ryan, we're going to have in 60 years, remember? We're going to have, 34 million people living here.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is that was 77 years is that number.
77
Well, the
years.
last time we got a new
77
area
years, which
code
was a growth
was
to 30 plus million Houstonians.
it was 10 years ago. Back in 2013, we got the 346 area code.
Yeah.
The oldest area code is 713.
Some people have texted, and don't forget us over here. That remember when you didn't need an area code?
What?
Yeah, people were texting.
When I was a kid,
there is an 80s song.
you didn't have to dial an area code when I was a kid.
I know the song 857-5309 because
867.
Oh, I'm sorry,
867-5309.
No area code in that song.
Yeah, now it'd
Because
have to
you
be.
just dialed it.
Now it'd have to be 713-867-5309.
Yeah, and nobody can have
you know
867-5309.
588-2300.
Is that
Empire.
yeah, that's the carpet guy. That's funny.
I
So
grew
you
up
make
with
a song out of the number, people can remember it.
Yep.
But what's the name of that girl in that song? Why am I having a
Jenny,
Jenny.
who can I turn to?
Yeah, it's
You're
Jenny
saying
and that.
Tommy Two-Tone?
Yeah.
Is that who that is?
Yep.
That's how I know that phone number didn't have
I
an
just
area
know
code.
Justin Timberlake's cover from that movie, Bad Teacher.
What was
He
it?
like sings it a lot.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
And then he's like, faux shiz, faux shiz. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, not to
back there.
yesterday's story.
No, sorry.
That's okay. No, it's fine. So today is Thursday, and we're approaching 7 o'clock. First, we're going to give you the keyword, the first keyword of the day, to score you Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market tickets. Can make you a finalist for the VIP party and $1,000 to go shopping with. And then you're going to get Roula and Ryan's Roses, where people come to us when they think their mate is cheating, but they just can't figure it out. We help them get it done next on the Roula and Ryan Show.